All right, welcome back. On realcopstoriesvideos.com, we have 355 stories, 7 to 12 minutes. Patrol, narcotics, vice, gangs, you name it. A lot of vice stuff, a lot of gross alerts, a lot of prostitution stuff, a lot of strange men doing strange things in theaters and hanging themselves from den beams naked, and look all those up. They're all gross alerts. Now we're going to be answering questions from you guys. So send me a question. If you have a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Here's one of the questions.
Do you have any incidences involving animals?
Okay, there's several of them. I'll give you a quick one here. I changed divisions. I worked from a predominantly Latino division to a predominantly black division. And I'm just saying this because it just moves me to a different part of the city. Some parts of the cities have different things going on with other parts of the cities. Now, this area where I was at, a black area, I don't know why, but it's south and slightly west of downtown. They had packs of dogs running around. I won't say packs, like 3 or 4 dogs all the time running loose. And a lot of reasons for that. One, too many dogs, obviously. But 2, I think what's most important was the dog catchers did not come out at night because they wear uniforms and they were getting shot at and they were getting assaulted because people assault them trying to take their dogs. So they predominantly go around there in the daytime. And they put them out there and then they have backup for them sometimes when they're chasing dogs. So in the evening, it's you can't get a dog catcher at night. And I don't know if that's an industry thing. I've never called a dog catcher. The ones I've called, they'll come out during the day. I've never had to call one at night. I don't know if they even come out at night. I don't think so. People are shaking their heads no, so I guess not. Anyway, so I'm new with this division, and I've got a partner with me. And he's been here 7 years, and I was in the other East LA division for 7 years. So I'm new over here. So we're driving around. And somehow we saw some dogs running across the street, and I said, look at those dogs, man. You think somebody come out with a stun gun or something, or what do you call it, a dart gun, and take them out, pick them up, and take them away? Why are they running around loose? People can't even walk the street at night with their kids. Got dogs running around. They're all mongrels. They're not pit bulls, but they're mixed dogs just running loose. And we're talking about that. And so he goes, hey, he says, you never worked before, have you? I go, no. He says, dogs down here are disciplined. What are you talking about? He goes, they won't go on a red light at an intersection. What? He goes, they won't. Get out of here. You're trying to pull my leg, man. I've been around a while. I'm a trained officer. I got a hash mark. Don't try to BS me. No, seriously. He goes, really? I said, whatever. So we're doing some calls one night. So we're driving around that night, and there's a bunch of dogs running down the street. So they're heading towards an intersection. It's got signals. He goes, watch. So it's like 11 o'clock at night. Watch, there's nobody out. He goes, okay, right, whatever. Well, the dogs run, and they stop, and I swear to this day, I'm not lying, they stop at the corner. The light's red. And I'm going, because we're stopped. And I go, it's a coincidence. Light turns green, and they cross. Now that was weird. Okay, I go, oh, come on. He goes, watch them, let's follow them. I said, okay, let's follow them. There was 4 of them. And they're running, and we're obviously have nothing to do right now because it's during the week, it's very quiet on the radio, so we're just tooling along. And they're running across the street mid-block. I'm not saying they're just on the sidewalk walking. They're doing what dogs do. But they're going in this direction. So I'm looking, going, this has got to be a coincidence. It's got to be. Okay, so about 3 or 4 blocks go by, and we're watching them. I'm looking up. Light just turns red. They get to the intersection, and they all just stopped. They didn't sit. They just stopped. And they're looking around. This is nuts. Okay? I'm looking. Light turns green. There they go. To this day, I don't know if that ever is going to happen again. I don't know if it's still going on. I have no idea. Now, whether they're trained because maybe they're supposed to be colorblind, as far as I know. Maybe the position of the light, they learn that if they cross where the light is wrong, they get run over or cars cut them off. I have no idea what they're doing. I don't think for a dog. But this is really weird, okay, to see that. And I saw it 3 times. I saw it twice that night and another night. We don't have time to do this, obviously, because we're protecting the public and running around doing radio calls and stuff. I saw it about a week later, another night. And it's just like, you sit there with your mouth open. How can this be? And that 3rd time, they were running, pretty much jogging along, and the light turned red, and they almost stopped on their heels. They kind of stopped. I mean, it wasn't like where they just sauntered up and decided they're going to stop because they just felt like stopping. It looked like they were responding to the light, which they can't because they're blind, colorblind, right here. But who knows? Probably position of the light. Weird. Light turns green. There they go. And that's a short story, and I have no explanation for it. But I've got all the guys I work with down there. They've all retired, obviously, years ago. And I had a probationer that night where they actually stopped. I had a probationer with me, and I was showing him that. He thought I was full of crap until he saw it. He stood there with a looking at me. And it's obvious these dogs aren't trained by anybody. There's nobody out there telling them what to do. They're on there. They're loose. It's really a strange thing. So that's my little short story about dogs. There'll be more animal stories, but that's probably the shortest one I have. But it's just weird. Okay, what read it off as a weird story. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.